Rely on bottom line thinking. Bottom line thinking is the ability to cut through the noise and get to what truly matters. It's the discipline of asking, what's the real result? What's the real impact? What's the real outcome? Bottom line thinking brings focus, clarity, and direction. It helps you stop guessing and start leading. And so you want to get to the bottom of things. And if you can identify the bottom of it or the end result or the desired outcome, you are able to lead your life appropriately. Bottom line thinking is built on five abilities. It provides clarity. It provides great clarity. It helps you assess every situation. It helps you make the best decisions, and it generates high morale, and it ensures the future. Let's start with number one. Bottom line thinking provides great clarity. 1 Corinthians 14 and 33. For God is not the author of confusion. So when you have bottom line thinking, or when you think in terms of the bottom line, you don't operate in confusion. God is not the author of confusion. And so, bottom line thinking, it translates to you operating on the same frequency as God. To not be a bottom line thinker would be equivalent to being on the frequency of the enemy, because he is the author of confusion. Bottom line thinkers simplify the complex. They remove distractions and focus on the essential. So if it doesn't have anything to do with the bottom line, why am I doing it? That's how they think. It's a low tolerance for nonsense. It's a low tolerance for things that don't contribute to that bottom line. So they remove distractions and focus on the essential. They focus on the important. Clarity creates confidence. This is why the bottom line thinking is important. When you know the bottom line, you know what to do next. So it gives you order and direction. Clarity comes when you focus on what truly matters. Number two, bottom line thinking helps you assess every situation. Proverbs 4 and 26 says, give careful thought to the paths for your feet. Bottom line thinkers evaluate situations through a simple lens. And it says, what's the real issue? What's the real outcome? And what's the real cost? What's the real issue? What's the real outcome? And what is the real cost? So they filter through things based off of those questions. This mindset keeps you from being overwhelmed by details or emotions. So it's like not sweating the small stuff, right? Because you can get carried away in the logistics of things. You can get carried away with within the process of where you are, and you know the desired outcome is here, and then you got all of this here, and you can kind of get overwhelmed by all those details that's in the in between. And so it helps you see situations accurately and respond wisely. Again, if you're here, desired outcome here, a lot of stuff can take place here. But if you keep your mind on the desired outcome or the bottom line, then that helps you to handle what happens in the in between. And so assessment becomes easier when you know what you're looking for. So if you know what the bottom line is, you're able to easily assess whether what things are working, whether things need to be instituted or implemented. You're able to identify those things. Number three, bottom line thinking helps you make the best decisions. James 1 and 5 says, if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God. Bottom line thinkers make decisions based on results, not reactions. So I'm not going to react to this because my reaction can hurt my bottom line. So I need to respond according to my bottom line, not react according to my emotions. They ask what decision leads to the best outcome. So if I make this decision, is it going to lead me to my desired outcome? They ask these things. Why does this even matter? It's because when you focus on the bottom line, you avoid emotional decisions, rush decisions, and pressured decisions. You want to alleviate, you want to get rid of, or at least lessen um, or weaken um, emotional decisions, rush decisions, and pressured decisions. You want to weaken those, you want to lessen those. The best decisions come from clear priorities. Number four, bottom line thinking generates high morale. Proverbs 13 and 12 says, hope deferred makes the heart sick. People feel better when they know where they are going and why. Bottom line thinking creates direction, and direction creates this motivation. Now I'm motivated to get there because I know what the bottom line is. There's direction for me to move towards. I'm not just doing things to just end up wherever I'm going to end up. There's a bottom line to this. I'm doing A, B, and C in order to get to D. It creates motivation. And then this matters because clarity energizes people. When the bottom line is clear, teams feel hope. Well, let's do this. When the bottom line is clear, individuals, families, teams, colleagues, right, partners, businesses, they feel hopeful, focused, and united. Clear goals create strong morale. Number five, bottom line thinking ensures the future. Proverbs 21 and 5 says, the plans of the diligent lead to profit. Bottom line thinkers build with the end in mind. So they don't build. Let's just see how this turns out. They know what the end result should look like, and then they go to the end, and then they go to the beginning and start working towards that end. That's bottom line thinking. When you think long term, you build stability, sustainability, and success. When you're thinking long term, when you think long term and bottom line, you build stability, sustainability, and success. Your future is secured by decisions you make today. Your future becomes secure, more secured, more stable, more successful, more sustained when you have your bottom line in mind and your decisions lead you to that. So practical application, how to practice bottom line thinking. Number one, you want to ask what's the real goal. Define the outcome before you take action. Number two, you want to remove distractions. You want to focus on what moves the needle. And number three, you want to evaluate results honestly, looking at what's working and what's not. Number four, you want to make decisions based on outcomes. Choose what leads to the best long-term result. This is making decisions based on outcomes. And then number five, you got keep the end in mind. Let the future guide your present. So if you know where you want to be at when you retire, then the actions that you are taking today should be leading you to that future self. If you know what you want next year to look like, what you want to be doing, what you want to acquire, what you want, where you want to travel, where you want to go, all these type of things, where you want to spend the holidays, all these things. If you know those things, that's your bottom line, and what you do today should be a reflection of where you want to be at next year. And so this is the power of bottom line thinking. It brings direction. Bottom line thinking cuts through confusion and brings clarity. It helps you assess situations, make wise decisions, build morale, and secure your future. If you master bottom line thinking, you won't just move, you will move with purpose. So if you master bottom line thinking, you're not just moving, because you cannot know the bottom line and be moving. But when you know the bottom line and you're moving towards that, it's more than movement. It's moving with purpose. You have a reason. And so this is the power of bottom line thinking.